Area.
Right there.
Stand right there.
Just get it.
Just give us some space. In the back. I'm sorry. In the back. I'm sorry. Ay, ay, ay. Sorry, Jen.
Oh, you're so stunning, Jen. So good. Thank you.
Jen, here we go. Gentlemen. Can you move a little bit? Throw off the poster. Also, there's, you know, too many people posing with good talent, you know, like,
Yeah.
I know.
And then all the way down, you beautiful folks. Up. Everybody right. Right. The other right. To your right. There it is. Beautiful.
Guys, I got some your left. There we go. We're bringing Audrey in. Thank you.
Nice and tight. Hold it on, ladies.
I believe, I do believe. Second verse. Ooh, there ain't no room. All right. For the hopeless sinner. Who had all mankind just to save his own.
For that very reason, to be able to know the human, she's always been one of my idols, and then for her to pick me to do this is beyond a blessing, a dream, an honor. I do not take it lightly, and I just want to give every bit of my all to pay tribute to her yet again. And also, it was my dream to play her, so add all of those things up, you know, that's what it means to me. Just allow her influence that she's always had on me to come through and tell the story from the most honest, careful, vulnerable place I possibly could. And just also her contribution to me musically, you know, allowing that to come through as well, because she's blessed so many of us through her music, and I think all of us have been influenced with her musically as far as musicians go, you know what I mean? So paying homage to that, you know, that's what it's about. That's the importance of biopics, of telling the stories of the legends and the icons that are timeless, to make sure that it carries on for generations and generations to come. And then I think it gives a little bit more when you can add the subtext of the life, of the story, of the human, and you can't help but to be inspired by that.
It was good to take a break from comedy, because comedy is it's a lot of work. Not to say drama isn't, but all my pain, if something happens, I go, what's funny about this? That's what I do with comedy. What's funny about the worst thing that ever happened to me? And that becomes exhausting, because sometimes you just want to have a moment to feel. And this movie allowed me to cry, allowed me to feel, allowed me to love, allowed me to slow it down and just be. And I'm really happy. I'm grateful. I'm in this movie, and it's such a beautiful performance by all the cast, and I'm just proud. And then after that, I went and I said, all right, enough of this drama. and I'm gonna go do some comedy, and I got a stand-up special coming on HBO Max August 19th called You Know What It Is. So I want to do it all.
And you know, Miss Franklin isn't here to see the film.
She watching in the best theater. Her and my mama are sitting right next to each other like, girl, get your popcorn. We about to have some fun. Two queens up there right now. How active she was in the civil rights movement and also with the women movement. I think, you know, and she was like the soundtrack for female empowerment of all colors. So it was just impressive. She's a true queen.
Well, I remember the first time that I remember getting the actual part, and I was like, this is such a huge role to play. I've been listening to her music, listening to her songs, and to actually get to play the young version of herself, who I've always aspired to be like, is such a great opportunity. I'm so grateful for everyone, the cast, for bringing this movie together, my family, my parents, everyone. Well, my dad always says that if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. So I've sung her songs before, Precious Lord, which was the song that I auditioned with. So I feel like the part, even though before I hadn't gotten parts, I was disappointed, but I feel like this is the part that I was meant for, so I'm so grateful.
One more.
Well, respect means really taking a person seriously, making sure that you appreciate someone because they can be gone in an instant. So it's the people you love, your family, your parents, everyone. That's why I appreciate my village so much, the people that have helped me get to where I am today, so I'm so happy and grateful.
Well, the thing I was most excited about was that Liesl, Tommy, would be directing. I worked with her on Broadway, and I knew that she was the right woman to lead this project. And I knew that her, along with Jennifer, would make this, be able to bring Aretha's story to life. And I think the thing that I was most surprised about was the troubles that she had in her childhood. Her childhood was not smooth and easy. And a lot of times that type of talent comes out of childhood troubles, you know, and so the things that her parents went through, the struggles that she went through as a kid, and playing her sister, being able to portray that and bring it to life was really, really moving for me. I feel like I'm made to be doing shows in the 60s. I'm also going to be starring on The Wonder Years, which is also set in the 60s, and so to be a part of both of these projects at the same time is just, the timeliness of it is amazing. The fact that they started in the church, her father, who is played by the amazing Forrest Whitaker, her father was a very important speaker and pastor, and in the black community. He was, we know Martin Luther King as being a very famous orator, but her father he came before him. And so coming from the church and having that foundation, I think was a huge part of the talent, the energy, the passion, and just the commitment to never stop. You know, she never stopped. God bless her. God rest her soul. She never stopped. And so I'm just thankful to be a part of it. She would be so proud of this film. She would be so proud of Jennifer. I think she would be really proud of everything that we're doing and how we're representing her. And I know that just being able to bring her life story to the forefront and let people see her in her beginning stages, middle stages, and her heyday is perfect. Because a whole new generation needs to know Aretha Franklin.
You know, it was a beautiful discovery, and that was just how tight-knit that family unit was. And the three sisters really stuck together throughout the entirety of her career. It's so funny. We really had a family dynamic on set, and I'm the youngest by a lot, so I really felt like the baby sister that everyone was taking care of. And I have a very serious demeanor, and working with Jennifer and Marlon and Saycon and Brenda has just been so much fun because we all did the work, but we also brought the soul. You know, her music brings so much soul to the world, and you could feel it. The spirit was infectious, and so it's just really a blessing to be a part of that. It's exactly what I said. Respect is about the soul. You know, Aretha's weapon, Aretha's magic wand, Aretha's pain, her joy, that came through her pen. And so the movie, Respect, the word respect, it's all about
the soul and the story behind everything. There's a story behind everything. Oh man, she would be so proud. She would be so proud of Jennifer. I know she is. I know she's so proud of her. I'm so proud of her. So yes. Oh gosh, I know we're gonna feel her in the room tonight, for sure.
Well, I think that to take a chunk of time, as opposed to a life-spanning epic, was smart because really the narrative lands at a certain place. There's a story there of her becoming huge and hitting a wall, having a personal crisis, and then transcending it in a way that she was, from her childhood. It was this full circle thing. So it was a great script, and the idea of having Jerry Wexler be that prominent was, I thought, was respectful. Oddly, the word. But he was such an important producer and such an important guy in her life, and also like a guy that kind of was he was one of the inventors of modern music in a way. So I was a big fan of the records, a fan of him, and it was great to research him and figure out how I could climb in, to find her voice. Challenged her to find her voice. That was the trick, is that he knew that she was kind of spinning her wheels and not really finding who she was with the music she was being asked to do, and he gave her the opportunity to do that and pushed her to go deeper and to find a groove that was her own.
FuturePreviews.com. Whoa! Go behind the scenes of movies. Subscribe to Future Flicks YouTube channel.